Science Journal for Kids and Teens presents How Do Octopuses Coordinate Their Arms? Read by Miranda Wilson. Abstract. Have you ever tried patting your head and rubbing your stomach simultaneously? Coordinating two arms at the same time can be difficult. So imagine if you had 8 arms like an octopus. The nervous system helps animals coordinate their movements. It also helps them sense and respond to their environment. Each type of animal has a nervous system that is organized differently. We wanted to know how the octopus's nervous system is organized. To find out, we looked at the nerves inside octopus's arms. We found that the main nerve cord in each octopus arm has segments. These segments can communicate with each other. They are also linked to individual suckers. This helps octopuses make large, smooth movements like swimming. It also helps octopuses make tiny targeted movements, like moving a single sucker. So, the layout of the nerves in the arms tells us how octopuses make such complex movements. Introduction. Did you know that your ability to move and feel comes from your nervous system? The nervous system helps with communication in an animal's body. It is made up of cells called neurons. Neurons send messages to each other along nerves. Nerves are like roads that cars use to travel places, but instead of using gas, they use electricity and chemicals. For example, neurons in your brain can send messages through the nerves in your spine to tell your feet to move. The organization of the nervous system varies in different types of animals. This relates to the shape of the animal, but it also connects to how the animal interacts with its environment. Imagine an octopus. They have 8 prehensile arms that are soft and flexible. They also have hundreds of powerful suckers on each arm. They use the suckers to taste, feel, and grab onto objects. Can you imagine the coordination it would take a human to control 8 arms at once? Well, the octopus has mastered that coordination. We know that octopuses have more neurons in their arms than in their brains. But we did not know much about the small-scale organization of the octopus nervous system. We had several questions. How are the nerves in octopuses organized to help coordinate arm movement? What about the nerves that reach the suckers? And is this organization the same for related animals, like squid? In this image, you can see each of an octopus's 8 arms has hundreds of powerful suckers that the octopus can control via its nervous system. In the photo, there is an octopus in a tank. Its 8 legs are spread out with the suckers attached to the glass. In the middle of the arms, you can almost see its mouth. Methods. We studied 17 octopuses from the species Octopus bimaculoides. We looked at 3 squids from the species Doryteuthis pile, which have 8 arms and 2 tentacles with suckers at the end. We took samples of the animal's arms. We cut these samples into very thin sections, thinner than a human hair. We then used colorful stains to see different parts of the nervous system. Each stain sticks to a different protein or structure we wanted to look at. Some stains are like dyes. Other stains are actually made of specific proteins or ribonucleic acid, RNA. These attach to pieces of protein or RNA in the octopus arms. They label specific types of cells, like sensory neurons or motor neurons. When we look at them under a certain type of light, they are fluorescent. We looked at the central nervous system in each arm, called the axial nerve cord. This is like the spinal cord for each arm. We also looked at the smaller nerves that connect the axial nerve cord to the suckers. We used a special kind of microscope to see both the colorful dyes and fluorescence. Results. We found strips of neurons separated by gaps in the axial nerve cord. This means the axial nerve cord is segmented. We saw an average of 7.5 segments for each sucker. We also saw that the axial nerve cord bulges out toward each sucker. Here in Figure 1, you can see strips along the octopus's axial nerve cord. This shows us that the nervous system is segmented. Each white star represents a sucker. The axial nerve cord bulges out toward each sucker. In the image, you can see 3 of these nerve cord bulges facing downward. In the lower left corner is a scale bar. When we looked more closely at the axial nerve cord, we found that 1. Sensory neurons and motor neurons are not separated. They are in many other animals. 2. Neurons from neighboring segments can communicate with each other. And 3. The nerves that connect to a sucker all come from the same bulge or enlargement. This gives us a map of the nerves that control the suckers. We call this a suckerotopy. We found that squid arms with suckers had the same segmented structure as the octopus. We did not see any segments in the parts of the squid tentacles without suckers. Here in Figure 2, you can see the nerves that target each sucker mapped directly to the same enlargement or bulge on the axial nerve cord. We call this organization a suckerotopy. In the image, the sucker is labeled, and you can see nerves radiating outward toward the bottom of the image. In the lower left corner, you can see a scale bar. Looking at the image, how do the nerves that control each sucker connect to the axial nerve cord? Discussion. Our research shows that the octopus is an incredibly complex animal. We found that the axial nerve cord in each arm is segmented. This is also true for squid arms that have suckers. We think segmentation helps control and coordinate these suckers. Arms without suckers might not need the same level of control. Suckers are complex. They can taste things, feel the environment, and move in lots of directions. It is important for an octopus to be able to control one or a few suckers at a time. The nerve map, or suckerotopy, helps explain how they can do this. Let's say an octopus wants to grab something with one sucker. They can send a signal through the axial nerve cord. The signal then travels through the nerves in the bulge to that specific sucker. In the future, we want to study the nervous system in more animals. Do other animals have the same segmented pattern we found in the octopus? How common is a segmented nervous system? How might a segmented nervous system have evolved? There's lots more to explore. Conclusion. Nervous systems are complex. They allow animals to sense and respond to their environment in coordinated ways. With 8 arms moving independently, an octopus can multitask in a way that humans can only dream about. In fact, there are lots of animals that have skills that easily beat humans and are super helpful. For example, did you know that reindeer can chew and digest food while they're sleeping? Why not head to your local zoo or wildlife park, or YouTube, and discover other cool animal skills you might wish humans had? Thank you for listening to this recording. This work has been adapted from the original peer-reviewed paper in the journal Nature Communications, published on January 15, 2025. Research conducted by Cassidy Olson, Natalie Grace Scholes, and Clifton Ragsdale from the Committee on Computation Neuroscience and the Committee on Development, Regeneration, and Stem Cell Biology, both at the University of Chicago. See the PDF for additional details. Please visit our website, sciencejournalforkids.org, for more free science teaching resources.
Hey everyone, we're a small nonprofit and all of our resources are free. So if you like what you see, please subscribe and share.